Have you ever faced a situation while doing an interview? All of a sudden, you're bombed with a question that becomes your nightmare. That you never ever expected that interviewer gonna ask you that question, and you have might be possible you have never even heard about that topic ever. Now, the situation is you were so confident. You thought this interview is going well. Okay, this job, I'm gonna crack it. What happens when you're bombarded with a single very difficult question? Now, this question and how you handle it will make or break your interview impression on the person who is interviewing you. How do you handle it? Now, before going into it, some of you asked to make a video on how to handle difficult questions during an interview, and I've been sleeping on it, and I'm thinking maybe I should come with 3 parts. So in detail it will help you, and I will provide some templates also, what kind of situation or behavioral questions are asked and how to tackle them. So let me know if you want those templates as well, so I'll drop them. So let's understand why the interviewer is asking you a difficult question. Before tackling something, we also should know the cause of it, the root cause of it. 98% of the time when the interviewer is asking you a difficult question, they are well aware that it is beyond your capabilities. And they don't ask you to make you feel any less of you. They just ask you to understand how would you handle that pressure when you're suddenly thrown under a bus. How will you tackle your own self and the company you're working for out of that pressurized situation, if it ever arrives? And most of the time it arrives in your company whenever you're working, when you start working. So what happens most of the time, interviewer is asking these questions not to check your technicality, not to check your own craft in your designated field. They are asking these questions to check your mental capability to remain calm under pressure. So what happens most of the time, interviewer is asking these questions not to check your technicality, not to check your own craft in your designated field. They are asking these questions to check your mental capability to remain calm under pressure. They are asking this to check how well you handle pressure. Okay, you have written in your resume that one of the strengths are I'm very calm under pressure. Okay, now this is the time, this is the question. They want to know how calm and how will you get yourself out of the situation with dignified manner. So now we understand why they ask this kind of questions. Now, how to tackle such question? There are some kind of thumb rules you need to understand. First one is always remain calm. Now, you are allowed to take pause during an interview, like any of the conversation you always do. Interview is also a kind of conversation, so you need not to be so nervous about that. Oh, I cannot take calm. Oh, I cannot have a water break. Take your water break, take the sip, take deep breaths, and repeat the question. What this does is, this buys time for you when you are thinking back in your mind about the question. Maybe there is one word in the interview where you have heard that topic somewhere in the books, wherever you in your internship, somewhere you must have heard about that topic. So while you're buying the time, take the sip of the water, take a deep breath, repeat the question the interviewer asked. Use the phrase, correct me if I'm wrong, and repeat the question while thinking about this question in your mind, where you heard that what all information you know about this topic. Now, if this is okay, if you think you know about this topic, talk about it. If you don't. That would be a red flag. Don't talk anything about that topic if you don't know anything about that. Just say, I cannot recall, use this term. I will just write this in the caption as well. Just use the sentences like, I cannot I apologize, I cannot recall this question, the answer of this question at the moment, but I'm always eager to learn and I'm a quick learner. So I think I can learn it within the time. I believe I certainly can learn it within no time. Okay, so these are the ways how you can tackle difficult questions. Now, sometimes I have in my entire career seen, I lost the count. I have interviewed so many people. So I know 95% of the time freshers do this mistake. They remember the topic, but they don't know the answer. So what they do, they keep exaggerating the question, they keep dragging the answer, they keep talking in a loop, and what does that do? That wasted the time of interviewer, that wastes the time of you, and your impression of being an assertive person also drops down. So what will you do is whatever I have taught you, the thumb rules. Now do let me know, how did you handle your difficult questions during your interviews, and let me know if you're using my thumb rules and if they are helping you. I would love to hear about your experience as well, and comment me, DM me if you want the prompts of these kind of situation based questions or behavioral questions. I can make prompt answers for all of you. We can organize a webinar or maybe a practice session to practice mock interviews. So let me know, and moreover, take a deep breath. It's not rocket science, and even if you have ruined an interview, it's not end of the world. We can always practice, we can always strike back, there will always be another company. So yeah, you're worth it. You be very confident. One interview, if you have messed up, doesn't define you. I'm there for you. We will practice together and you'll certainly crack another interview. Bye. Have a good luck.